Alrighty folks, so I'm getting ready to change this one-piece seal here for our 350 Vortec here, and it's not too big a deal. But just got it mounted in my vise here, and get ready to knock it out. But that's the one-piece seal here. And I tell you, they are a lot easier to change, I'll say that. But a lot easier to change. I usually just take a screwdriver and just get in behind it here. Center a vise kind of like this. Tighten it up, not too tight. And, you know, drop 3 or 4 things. And then when I do that, I'll just take my screwdriver, so on top here like this. And I'll take and tap it. And I'll go around the edges and do that. And usually it'll knock it right on out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and drive this thing on out. And make sure it's pretty snug, it is. Knock this thing on out. So I'll go on like that side, and I'll come over here. And it usually don't take much. Just kind of go around the edges of it a little bit. And it is coming out a little bit. It'll take a little bit, but it'll come right on out. Get this thing in our vise here a little bit better. I bet after 5 Auto, he's changed a lot of these one-piece seals out. But just kind of knock it out like that a little bit. There we go. Here's our seal. Just knock it out like that. Don't be scared of it. Ain't nothing to worry about. You know, you got a new one here. That's our old one. And like I said, I was being gentle with this. You know, I wasn't hitting on it real hard. But in here and just knocked it on out. And we'll go and press our new one in. Alright, so here's our new one right here. This is our new one right here. So, not a big deal. So we'll go on and open this bad boy on up and get this thing on out of here. Make sure it's right. And it is. I think it's the same. This one does have a spring behind it. If you look right there, you can kind of see it. I'll show that a little close up, a little bit better. So we just take and we'll set this back in here. We'll just sit it the opposite direction instead of sitting like we had it. We'll flip it, sit like this, and we'll close our vise up just a little bit. That's a little better, something like that. And you want to be careful when you drive this in here. Before I drive it in, I'm going to wipe that out. We'll just go in here and take our rag right here. In this case, we got a t-shirt. That's alright, that works too. In here and get all this dirt and everything out. And now's the time to go, honestly, and wipe off the whole exterior, spray it down, degrease it, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, again, we're just a shade tree guy, so I'm going to do the best I can here. Work a little bit of magic on it. But you also, while you're wiping these off, you want to take and make sure, and look at it, and make sure it's no cracks or anything really wrong with it, you know. Never seen that on these, but you never know. So, this looks pretty good. I don't see nothing wrong with them. So, then we'll go on and install it. And to install it the same way, you just take your new one right here. And no special way, it doesn't really matter. You know, it doesn't have to be in any certain position. It just has to make sure that the spring back here is facing down and this is facing like this. Just make sure it's It's just like that. It's the correct way to do it. And then you're good to go. So what I like to do is I will tap around the edges just gently. So there. Doesn't take much. Okay, we got it started. So now I'm gonna find me a board. We grab a board and then we'll drive it on in there. And when you're doing that, you want to be careful not to mushroom one of them edges over. So I was very gentle about that. I started it. So be careful about that. So let me get a board and then we'll drive it home. Again, I'm just taking my time on it. So I got our board. We'll just sit on top. And then just turn this around. And we'll just sit it on home. Rotate it around. I'm trying to